What's happening, chess fans? Welcome to my channel. Today we are on episode 101 on my journey to 1200 ELO. So, if you enjoy my content, please give a big old like, maybe a subscribe if you really enjoy it, and I guess without further ado, let's get into today's game. We are going to go tuneless again today. Nobody has said anything, so I think I want to find some new music in the future if I do go back to playing music. Alright, we have the white pieces against an 1198. Good luck, my friend. We are going to play a London. Mr. Bushido. I like the name. It's pretty cool. Play E3. Get the knight out. Okay, he leaves his bishop at home, which is definitely a move. I'm going to go ahead and get my knight out. Knight F3. Now here, I could block. I don't think I really need to do that. The other thing I could do is I could let him take with this pawn and just keep developing. I think I will. He'll probably take. Okay, he doesn't take. I think I'll put the knight in the center now on E5. I want to play C3 next. A lot of times C4 is my best move here. A lot of people take with the bishop here. But my opponent's closer to being castled than I am. So I want to get my bishop to D3. I just don't want the knight to land here, so I kind of want to get in. I mean, that's typically why I play C3. Is just so the knight doesn't land there. I guess I could accomplish the same thing by playing A3. But C3 gives me my little pawn pyramid that I like so much in the London. Yeah, so opponent is thinking right now. We should do the same. I think I want to castle kingside. It looks like my opponent wants to castle kingside as well. Alright, my opponent backs up. So he's got a lot of pressure on this guy now. 1, 2, 3. I could take and just mess up his pawn structure. That might be a way to go about it. We're attacking the queen, so I think he needs to do something about it. He takes this way. I could do that. I can keep my pawn structure, or I can take his bishop right now and he takes this way. I feel like that gives him a pretty strong center. So I don't really want to do that. I want to go for the throat if I can. So Perhaps this is the wrong idea, but this is my thought, is to get the knight over here. Castle, well, castle first probably. Get the knight moved over to f3. So it looks like my opponent's going to need to castle kingside as well. I'm going to castle too. I want to get this knight over here and threaten some things. Okay, so he's immediately attacking this. I don't really want to lose the pawn. If I play this, can he come here? Does that do anything to me? Possibly. I think that g3 is the better way to defend it. I could play this move and he would either need to push or take. This attacks the queen, but he's just going to take the pawn. If I do this, he takes. Now, I think I need to defend the pawn. Okay, so he's attacking this pawn now as well. This knight move does defend the pawn. But I think c3 is fine, and we can just keep trying to make this happen. So I'm looking at this, but I'm wondering if because the queen is there, maybe it doesn't work. Possibly because she can block. So if I do this, he takes. He takes, check. If he goes back, I can bring the queen in. But he might just get everything he wanted. Checks. This seems like it might be a worthless calculation. Check. If he goes back, I can go queen in, but then he can bring the queen over. Okay, so it doesn't work, so I'm not going to go for it. I am going to put my rooks on the file and start to try and attack things. I was looking at this move, but I see that this is a fork, so I am, however, looking at it now. My opponent has some weak pawns in the position. So I can back up. I guess he wants to go here, is the thought. In which case I will just take. So I'm just going to back up for now on to C2. Maybe trying to open up the position if I can. Equal material thus far, which is cool. I kind of wanted my queen to be able to get to this square, but it looks like I won't be able to achieve that now. So, alright. Opponent goes back. Fair. So I'm wondering if I can just do this. I'm also wondering if maybe I can try and get in there and attack these pawns. Could win a tempo again like that, maybe. Then what do I do? So I'm lacking a plan, and that's my main my main issue. Rooks need to get to the center. I need to keep developing, and we should be okay. I'm going to get my queen off the back rank and maybe try and get her into the position. I'm looking at this square because it's a fork on two pieces. Maybe they push now. Not sure. So I'm still looking at queen b5. Looks to fork pieces, so I'm going to do it. Maybe I played that a little fast, but I don't want to get my queen trapped over here, that's for sure. Okay. So he finds a way to deal with that. Nice move by my opponent. I can't even take this pawn right now. So that's something. Can't go there. My queen's in a nice spot, I think, where she's at. That hangs this pawn. This threatens the rook. But really nothing else. I'm going to go for it. I have 4 minutes, so I'm going to start trying to play a little faster. So he's threatening the pawn. He's also threatening to put his rook there, which could be obnoxious. Maybe I need to abort my plan. Kind of seems that way. It looks like my queen might get trapped over here. So It plays this. I have to go back. But he can take the pawn, which is what we don't want either. I'm going to bring the rook over, and then it looks like I can have an uncomfortable queen. If he goes rook here, I can actually go to the corner, but that seems sad. Win a pawn, maybe. So he can take here. I don't think this was a good move by me. I mean, he's got plenty of ammo there to take. So we saw that one coming. Hopefully, I mean, I'm really worried about my queen at the moment, so. My knight is loose. My bishop is loose. I can go back here if he does this. If I go here, I'm going to lose the pawn, is what it looks like. I'll retreat the queen. Feels a little safer here anyways. I feel like I'm losing losing my grip on the game a little bit. I should probably calm down, take a deep breath. Looking at a move like this, then that's a fork, so never mind. Already he can just push the pawn. I think that might be a good move for him. Yeah. That is what I thought. So he's weakened the dark squares a lot. I'm weak on the light squares, but I have a light squared bishop. He's up on time by about a minute, so it would be nice if I could play a little faster. We shall see. His knight doesn't have too many squares it can really go to, and his bishop is kind of sad at home. My bishop has a nice diagonal that it's been looking down for basically the whole game. Okay, so he does go here, and I guess maybe the thought is to go here. So if he goes here, he's going to be attacking my queen, and I'm going to lose defense of the pawn. So I'm going to go ahead and reroute my queen. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I'm going to reroute the queen. Get her out of there. And maybe look at a move like this. Queen e3 maybe. Okay, so now I can't do that. I missed that. I forgot that my pawn was hanging. So I didn't really want to be slow and defend it and not be able to defend the pawn here. But that's why it's a backwards pawn. Let's see. I need to play really fast now. So we're going to go ahead and keep it moving. He'll probably trade here. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. He's got these powerful pawns here now. I only have a minute and 11 seconds on the clock, so I need to kind of think about where I want to move my pieces. Start consolidating a bit. That was just a free pawn that we would be even again. That was silly of me. I mean, maybe he'll forget about it. Yeah, I should be seeing things like that. I need that pawn, so. That would have made this a passed pawn, and that would have been sweet. Jeez, and he finds it. Can't get anything. Can't have anything nice. I have a minute and 3 seconds. He has a minute and 30, so need to play a little bit faster. Looks like he wants to get in on the light squares. I can stop that and move my king forward maybe. He might want to put it here. If he does that, I'll take though. Could now think about something like that. If he goes here, I'll take. He can go there. I'm going to move my king forward. Something else I want to do. Okay, I can play this and I mean, that should win the rook, right? Maybe I shouldn't pre-move. Now he just hung his queen. He had to take my queen there. That was a big oof. I'm sorry, dude. GG's. That was a fun game. That was interesting. We played with 88% accuracy, so we played a pretty stellar game today, guys. We are at a new peak. We are rated 1198. I'm literally 2 points from 1200. Yeah, we had 5 inaccuracies this game. let's get right into it. So, London calling. So, this was a bit inaccurate. I could have backed my bishop up as what the computer likes, but I don't care about taking that way. I used to, but I'm better now. Um, that wasn't the best move either. But don't I just lose this exchange? Oh, because if he does this one's pinned. Okay, so it's like the same thing then. That actually is a nice solution because he can take this one, boom, and then the bishop can't take because of that, and this is a pin. So that's pretty cool. I'll remember that for the future because that is a pretty cool move. Backing my bishop up again was what the doctor ordered. I didn't mind taking this way. I thought getting another piece developed would be nice. Castling was a bit inaccurate. I think it wanted my knight out of the way so I could defend this, and also get the knight maybe to this juicy square. Then I'd have two doubled pawns because he would surely take. Maybe the thought is to try and win the pawn. Anyways, we castled. He played this. I decided to defend the pawn, and then I thought the knight coming over that way was a fine move, but the computer likes this. Making a battery, winning a pawn. I also wanted the queen maybe to come over to here to do something like that. This was inaccurate. Taking with the pawn is better, but I didn't want to have an isolated pawn, so you guys probably understand why I did that. Moving the bishop back was not what we wanted. It actually is saying that we're okay to trade here, which is, I probably wouldn't do that. I wanted to keep my bishop. Ooh, the queen move is not the best move either. So immediately getting this over here was a better move. He needs to defend it. Like, he can't play that, right? So he'd either have to go back with the bishop or come back with the queen to one of these two squares, it looks like. Or just move the knight, right? And if he moves it there, it attacks my bishop, which I didn't really want that. But I suppose, I don't know. I suppose it wouldn't be the worst thing. I could just move my bishop again. We get to a position where I thought I had a nice fork, which it is, but he found the way to just defend everything. I brought the queen in, and I knew it wasn't the best move. I should have brought it back, but I just thought it would be interesting and make him... I know when a queen is in my territory and I can't just kick it out. Like, he had moves that made my queen move and stuff, but I didn't. I liked making him nervous. I did a chess coaching lesson this past week, and that was one of the things we talked about was make him nervous. So here we're doing all the things. I backed the queen up, but actually protecting this way is better. I kind of miss this sort of defense a lot, like the rook forward defense, because I don't necessarily want to double my rooks on this file because it's semi open. I mean, it's open for me, but closed for my opponent. I mean, I guess I could and try and open things up, but that's wasn't my idea in the game. So I need to get better at looking at ways to defend, because moving my queen like this lost defense of that pawn, which the original thought was push this, but when he made this knight move, I realized I couldn't push it anymore, and I can't get my queen to any square to help defend that unless I move it back, which maybe that is a better move. That way I can actually push this. Didn't think about that, but he can keep adding pressure. He can keep doing stuff. Gave up the pawn, went for the trade. The computer didn't like the trade. It was like, nah, you lost a pawn, don't do that. This was silly of me. I played this, but I guarantee the best move is taking the pawn. Yeah. So that was super silly because he protected the pawn the very next move. I brought the queen up just low on time. I heard the bell go ding, hurry up. I thought he wanted to bring the knight in here and be annoying. I don't like knights. I guess this was a little premature. Didn't need to do all that. Getting the bishop over here, attacking the rook, making the rook move would have been a good idea, but he did this anyways, and it gave me the skewer, and here, bro, like, you had to take my queen. Had to. And he just missed that. And, yeah, I understand. That feels terrible. So, I played like a 1700, which is way above my rating, and that might be one of the higher ones that I've ever gotten. We played a pretty good game. Didn't get out of the middle game, but pretty good game. Hope you guys enjoyed. We are at a new peak, 1198, 2 points from 1200. Hopefully we get there next episode. See you then.